Today on Cinder's Playground, we're talking about the man, the myth, the merc with the mouth, Wade Wilson, aka Deadpool. In lieu of his new movie coming out, we're going to talk about him, give you a brief history of this ultra popular character. So stay tuned. Welcome to another edition of Cinder's Playground. I am your host, Cinder.
And I'm Jose.
And today we are talking about one of the most popular Marvel characters. Not only because we like him, but because he has a new movie coming out. July 26th, which is Deadpool and Wolverine. And we're talking about the merc with the mouth himself, Wade Wilson, Deadpool. Sir, I'm a fan of this character. I know you are too. And is it fair for me to say that Ryan kind of made you even love the character even more?
Yeah. He's like one with Deadpool.
No, he is. I mean, it was like the perfect role for him. Like I said, I mean, I knew it was, man. And I remember before this movie got off the ground, I was saying, because I told you I followed Ryan like ever since he was on TV, and I said the only two superheroes I can see him doing is Deadpool and Wally West Flash, because Wally was kind of a wise ass, so I can see him doing those two people. But those only two heroes I see him portraying, and he picked Deadpool, and it's popular, and the movies are a hit, and this one probably is gonna make more than probably the first two combined, I think. You know, you throw Wolverine in there, it's just like, yeah, who's not gonna see this? Who's not gonna see this, man?
Yeah.
See this.
It's like everywhere.
Yeah. I mean, like, yeah, I am excited for it. It's probably the only movie I'm gonna see this year. Oh no, I'm gonna see Aliens too. But this and Aliens, probably two movies I see this year. But before I get into it, as this goes up, what do you call it? I know I missed last week, so guys, if you're listening to this, what do you call it? Sorry. I've never missed a week, so that's on me. And you know, like I said, don't want to get into it, but like, you know, shit happens, life happens, and then I told my co-host Jose this, that I won't do this if I'm not feeling it. So what do you call it? If I'm not feeling it, then I feel like if I'm forcing myself to do it, I'm feeling I'm being disingenuous, if you will. And I don't want to do that to you guys. I want to give you guys the real, authentic Cinder, you know, live, and if I'm not feeling it, I'm not gonna do it. So it might not be I definitely probably won't be the last time I skip a week or anything, but just to give you guys, heads up, and again, apologies for missing a week. But that out of the way, sir, are you ready to listen to the history of this awesome character?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, here we go. So, Deadpool is a fictional character appearing in Marvel Comics. He was created by Rob Liefeld. He made his first appearance in the New Mutants number 98 in 1990. Initially, he was known as the supervillain of the New Mutants and the X-Force. Later, he would become an anti-hero. Deadpool's alter ego, Wade Wilson. Now, best known for his wisecracking demeanor and breaking the fourth wall in his comics and other media. Now, just a quick overview. Now we're gonna go to origins. Talking about origins now. As I mentioned, artist slash writer Rob Liefeld created the character. He came up with his design and mannerisms. Liefeld, being a fan of Teen Titans, Liefeld showed this new character to his fellow writer Fabian Nazizi. I know I'm saying that wrong. Sorry. And he told him this. So Fabian told him, "This is Deathstroke." Keeping that in mind, he gave the character the real name of Wade Wilson. This being an inside joke because Deathstroke's real name is Slade Wilson. Liefeld was influenced by Spider-Man when coming up with the suit's design. He used to be jealous of Todd McFarlane and Eric Larson, who were both working on Spider-Man titles at the time. They would tell him, easiest costume to draw. All you have to do is make an oval and two big circles. Done. So he went with that when designing Deadpool's mask. Other inspirations was Snake Eyes from G.I. Joe, and having the two swords, and Wolverine with his healing factor. Besides, Liefeld was also a huge fan of Wolverine and wanted to tie Deadpool to him. So he wrote that he was part of the Weapon X program as well, and also that he was Canadian. From the start, he wanted to tie him to Wolverine. Okay. Now, going into publication history. I'm not going to dive real deep into this, but, I'm going to give you kind of brief, big chunks of it, if you will. So, for a few years, he would appear in several books besides the New Mutants and the X-Force, including Avengers, Daredevil, and Heroes for Hire. Then, in 1993, he would get his first miniseries called Circle Chase, written by Fabian Nazizi and drawn by Joe Morata, and was a success. And that was a success. Followed by another miniseries that was simply called Deadpool, written by Mark Waid and drawn by Ian Churchill. Then, in 1997, Deadpool would get his first ongoing series and was an action comedy and would introduce the characters that will be forever tied to Wade, including Weasel and Blind Althea. The series would gain a cult following, and the series would go on until issue 69. Also, I have to mention that in 1997, Joe Kelly and Peter Woods would take over the book in the middle of its run and would forever change the character, making him start to break the fourth wall. Then, in 2002, the title would relaunch as Agent X as part of the X-Men Mutant relaunch, but Deadpool wouldn't appear until late in the series. The series would only last for 16 issues. Then, in 2004, Cable and Deadpool would launch, written by Fabian Nazizi. Again, I'm fucking up your name, sorry. Would Deadpool will partner up with his former enemy Cable, going on various adventures. The series would go until issue 50 and was replaced by all new Cable series minus Deadpool. He would make his next appearance would be during the Secret Invasion storyline when he got another ongoing series. Then another series was launched alongside that in 2009 called Merc with a Mouth, written by Victor Gisler. And not only that, he would get a third series debuting in November of that year called Deadpool Team Up, with each issue having Deadpool team with a different hero. Then in 2010, another series was called Deadpool Corpse. This would not only focus on Deadpool, but all his other incarnations from other universes. Then when Marvel did its upteenth relaunch with Marvel now, a new Deadpool series was launched and he was also in the new Thunderbolts book. During the original Sin storyline, which was a Marvel event, crossed over all books, it was revealed that Deadpool was tricked into killing his own parents by a scientist known as Butler. Although Deadpool does not know this till this day. His in this book, he would go through a grueling battle with Carnage and actually acquire a symbiote for himself during their encounter. Uh, then, during the Access storyline, Deadpool becomes a member of Magneto's supervillain army to fight the Red Skull in Onslaught form. Pause there for a second. Do you know who Onslaught is?
I think I've seen it in this Marvel phone game that I played, but
Okay,
I'm not
so
sure.
the original Onslaught was Professor X and Magneto merged together. That was Onslaught. And it took the entire mutant community to take him down. He was a beast. He was a beast. Because imagine the most powerful telepath and then arguably one of the most powerful mutants in one,
Together,
yeah,
that's like
in one being. So
a recipe for disaster.
yes. So somehow Red Skull got this power, and like I said, and he put it onto himself. So Magneto, being that he was part of the original Onslaught, he's like, "Oh yeah, we got to stop this." So hired a whole bunch of mutants, and Deadpool was on board with that. Then Deadpool Volume 4 would begin in 2016. This is during the all new, all different Marvel, another relaunch for Marvel. In this series, Deadpool is known around the world and formed his own organization called Mercs for Money. And besides that, he was also a member of the Avengers Unity Division. So, not the core Avengers, but the Unity Division. Ugh. Okay, so that's his comic book history. Before I go on, what do you think about that? I didn't get to all the ins and outs, obviously, because, like I said, he's had like 6 different titles. But
Yeah, he's pretty popular.
yeah, but I think I hit the main story beats. The main important story beats. What do you think about that thing about him killing his parents?
Oh, I never heard of that. That's crazy.
I
That's
know.
one of those facts that I'm like, damn.
Okay,
To
now
this day, he doesn't know. That's crazy.
that's crazy, man. You know, I mean, he's another one whose backstory was like it's still, I think, to this day, kind of shrouded in mystery. You don't know what's real, and you don't know what's fake or implanted memories for him.
Yeah.
So kind of like Wolverine, in that sense too. So again, that's Ryfield, making the comparisons to Wolverine. Um, but let's talk about his personality. Deadpool is aware he is a comic book character who's commonly breaks the fourth wall. He actually, his actual, what did I write here? Oh, his, what's it called? He is unable to remember his personal history, like I mentioned, like I just told you, due to his mental illness, which is multiple personalities. Um, and even though we don't even know whether his name is Wade Wilson, and that's even been a subject of speculation because in issue 33, volume 1 of his series, supervillain T Ray claimed to be Wade Wilson and that Deadpool stole his identity. Uh, he has been frequently retconned or some stuff ignored altogether depending on the writer. So again, going back to, like I said, his backstory, depending on who's writing him, like I said, his story could be one thing, and then somebody else can take over the book and then be somebody else. Or it could be something else. So, you never know. Like I said, I hate when people want to change a character's backstory just because they're working on the book, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I mean,
Problems.
you probably don't know this, but how many interpretations have we gotten about Joker's history.
Oh
Oh yeah,
yeah.
and how he came to be. So many different ones. Just like, and we don't know which is real because so many people want to put their idea of that,
Spin on
how
it.
the Joker came to be and everything. It's like, well, just stick to one origin, man. You don't see people changing up Superman's origin. uh
Oh, don't give anybody no ideas.
yeah. Seriously. But now let's talk about powers and abilities. Deadpool primary excuse me. Deadpool's primary power is his accelerated healing factor. The speed of his healing factor depends on the severity of his wound. It works most effectively when he is awake and in good spirits, which I kind of didn't know. So I kind of think that's another reason why he's always cracking wise and trying to make light of the situation, because it ramps up his healing factor, which is good. You know, um, it, it's so powerful. He survived a complete incineration of his body. He's been decapitated multiple times, flattened by a pavement machine in one instance. In another instance, he grew back his own head after the Hulk obliterated. Oh, oh, I know. I mean, I didn't know he did that. I was like, damn, okay. uh, Even his cells regenerate at an accelerated pace. This is also makes him immune to psychic and telepathic attacks. It has been revealed that at the time he was given his healing ability, he was suffering from cancer. This made his normal cells, as well as cancerous cells, unable to die, giving him the scarred appearance we see. His cells are at war in his body, pretty much. So, like I said, it's not like calm. It's never calm, So his body's constantly fighting with itself. um, uh, his body is is highly resistant to drugs and toxins. Before any of this, he was an assassin and mercenary, and he's adept in multiple forms of martial arts, highly athletic, skilled marksman, swordsman, skilled in all types of firearms, katanas, sais, staffs, knives, grenades. He uses, uh, uh, he is multilingual and able to speak German, Spanish, French, and Italian and Japanese, as well as English. um, so that's the rundown of his powers. So what do you think about that?
Yeah, those are all like the ones that I've heard of.
Mm-hmm.
But his shit is crazy.
Yeah, man. Well,
He's basically invincible.
pretty much. Okay. Now we'll talk about other media. Now, the character has appeared in many Marvel cartoon series, including Ultimate Spider-Man, The Avengers, and X-Men, and many more. Uh, but little tidbit, this is something I didn't even know, so I'm gonna drop some knowledge on you because I know if I didn't know it, I know you didn't know it. In 2017, FXX was gonna produce a Deadpool series, but in late March 2018, it was announced that the show would not move forward because of creative differences between FFX and the showrunners. I didn't mention their names because I looked them up and they haven't worked on anything good. uh, uh, okay, so that little tidbit out of the way. Deadpool made his first movie appearance in X-Men Wolverine Origins, played by Ryan Reynolds. Would take the character and make it his own. Then in 2016, Deadpool, which didn't come easy for him. So let's take it back before we get into 2016's first film. 2005, Ryan learned that Fox was interested in making a Deadpool movie, and even before Wolverine Origins was finished filming, Ryan, what you call it, became enamored with the role, and uh, and then his role over a time of filming that movie became bigger because the director saw how much he was into it. Um, sorry, that's my place. And of course, we get that end credit scene. Do you remember the end credit scene of Wolverine Origins?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, so we get that end credit scene, in the movie. Which, but the movie was ignored because right after that, that's when Ryan did Green Lantern, which would come out to bad reviews, which tainted the project, and Fox was skeptical about putting an R-rated superhero movie out there now that the star has been in a bad movie. With Ryan and the director and the head writer having several meetings trying to work things out and couldn't come to an agreement. But then, in July 2014, San Diego Comic Con weekend, leaked footage made its way onto the internet, and the footage got a huge response. Even this, Fox lowballed the project, giving it only $55 million, but it grossed $785 million, making it the highest grossing R-rated movie as we record this. Then 2018, we get Deadpool 2, which had a budget of $110 million, and it made the exact same thing, $785 million. Now we are on the cusp of getting Deadpool 3, Wolverine and Deadpool, which I am definitely looking forward to, sir. And that is all I have. But I have reading recommendations, and then after I see my reading recommendations, we can free to ask me questions. I have questions for you too. So, reading recommendations for those of you who are just strictly movie people, like my co-host Jose, who don't read books. Here's some good stuff for you, so you can maybe dig in a little bit before you go see Wolverine and Deadpool. Deadpool, A Kiss, A Curse, A Cure. This is a story where Wade meets Thanos, and they both are trying to win Death's love, because, as I told you before, Death in the Marvel Universe is a woman, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is that story. So a kiss, a curse, a cure. uh, Pretty interesting story. I highly recommend it, especially if you want to see. Well, I'm a fan of Thanos anyway, but like seeing these two interact with each other, it's something to see. Uh, then we have Deadpool Bullseye, self-explanatory. One of the greatest marksmen in the Marvel Universe going against one of the greatest assassins in the Marvel Universe. Good read, and they go at it. Next one, Deadpool Cable, If Looks Could Kill. Very, very highly praised series, and I'm sad it only went like 50 issues, but it's good, man. Like I said, I'm a fan of Cable, and this is also a book Rob Liefeld worked on. So because he came up with those two characters, so to put them in the book together, it was natural for him. Definitely highly recommend that. This one, Deadpool kills the entire Marvel universe. Uh, Self-explanatory again. They did a few of these. They did like Punisher kills the Marvel universe. They said the Hulk kills the Marvel universe. But the Deadpool one is pretty good. I mean, I like all of them, but Deadpool one's really, really cool. So definitely check that out. And of course, my last one is his first miniseries, Circle Chase. Uh, See him in his raw form. When I say raw form, this is before the fourth wall breaking, and he really got to this comedic side. So if you want to see a different light of him, Circle Chase, read that. But that's all my reading recommendations for you guys, man. Sir, do you have any questions for me about this character, about the film, anything at all?
Well, one thing I did remember was, so in the first film, it almost didn't happen because I remember Ryan Reynolds had to put money into it.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't that the case?
Yeah.
Like he
Yeah.
had to put a bunch of his money into it because they didn't want to fund it, and he was like so diehard about the movie that he's like I'll fund it myself if I have to.
Yeah. Like I said, but
And
well,
now it is where it is.
yeah, well, I'm saying, well, that's why he leaked that footage, that test footage that came out on Comic Con, because he knew he would get a reaction, and he did. Because people were just like, "Oh my god, this is so cool!" Because I saw that shit too. It's like, "Oh my god." I'm like, it's happening. You know, and then like I said, that was his proof because, like I said, because again, studio execs, I swear they think they know what the public want, but they really don't, man. So he had to show them, just like, here, I just put this 5 minute clip together, and look what the reaction I got online. What do you call it? And you don't think this character is gonna make money? You know, so he had to prove it to him, and he did. You know, but yeah, but they still lowballed him, so that's why he did put some of his own money in there because I'm pretty sure they went over budget with that film, and so but yeah, it's a passion project of his. Like as I said before, this is his character. This is him. You know, he's passionate about it. You know, and like I said, he can keep doing it as long as he wants to, as long as he's able to, because I don't want to see anybody else do it. You know. So out of the first two films, which one do you like better?
That's hard. um, yeah, no, that's hard for me. I can't really. I'm gonna go with the second one.
Really?
Yeah.
Uh, I don't know, that first one to me, man. I mean, like all things, the first one is always like, well, I shouldn't say all things, but most things. First one's always
Wait, let me try to like. It's hard because I kind of like mix them together. Like
Well,
I
two
have
had
them,
Juggernaut and Domino. You know,
and then the first one.
had Colossus. And
No, I know, but who's the villain? Ajax
yeah,
in the first one.
yeah, Ajax. Mhm.
The first one.
Yep. So yeah, I mean, yeah, the first one for me for sure. Yeah, like I mean, I love the second one, but the first one is I like it a little more. You know, uh, what are your thoughts of Wolverine and Deadpool? Like, what do you think? What do you think about it?
No, I'm excited.
I mean, I'm
I
excited.
didn't think it was gonna happen.
I didn't think it was gonna
So
happen either. You know, but
I'm like,
like I said,
excited for it.
I'm excited for it. Ready for it to happen, man. And I'm interested to see how they tie him into the MCU. You know, everything. You know, because like I said, he's different, man. He is different, bro. So, like I said, and I'm curious to see because I know there's gonna be a lot of cameos in this film. Did you know that?
No, well, I heard of it, but
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I mean, there's so many. I mean, so many that speculation that I hear. You know, but like I said, I'm not holding my breath for anybody. You know, I'm just gonna see who shows up and whatnot, man. You know, uh, and yeah. I mean, if this is Hugh's last hurrah's Wolverine, I mean, are you sad, happy about it? What do you think?
no, I'm grateful for it. He
Yeah,
didn't have to, so
that is true.
um, anything that he puts out, like
That's true.
he
I mean,
really didn't have to. He already said it, like I'm done with it.
mhm. I
So
mean,
for
but
him to do it, it's like,
but you agree Logan was a good send off though. Like if that was like the last time
oh
we saw.
yeah, yeah, and I don't think they're trying to take away from that.
No, no, no.
Like again, I think it's something to do with the multiverse.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. So,
um, I like that part that they're trying to like preserve that last
mm-hmm,
movie.
mm-hmm. I mean, you saw Logan in the theater, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did too. Yo, did that end get you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it got me too, bro. I'm not gonna lie, it got me too. It's like,
It'd have to be like a
damn.
murder or something for them.
I know, man. You know, in the X-Men books, he died for like a long time, but then they brought him back because you can't keep him dead, man. He's too
Yeah.
popular. He's too popular, bro. You just can't. You know, like I said. But you want to know how they did it though in the books though? They
Huh.
he got covered in antimantium. Like his whole body was covered in antimantium, and it kind of like, what do you call it? Hardened over him. So it was, yeah, and he was like in a statue. He's basically a statue. So everybody thought he was dead. It was like he was encased in that. But then he got out because Marvel. I told you nobody stays dead in comics, man. Nobody. Nobody stays dead in comics, man. It could be 20 years. They'll bring somebody back. Every so good, shoot,
Like,
man.
remember that guy? Yeah, I
Yeah,
think we
man.
could bring him back now.
I mean, shit. I always point to Sabretooth because I told you like Wolverine chopped his head off and he came back. I'm just like, bro. Yeah, that's when I knew. I'm like, yeah, anybody can come back now. Like I said, it's yeah. Like I said, it's no rules. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to this film. And I can't remember the last film I was hyped for. I mean, honestly, it was probably Endgame was the last film I was hyped for. And what's that? 5 years old at this point now. Oh,
Yeah.
sad state of Hollywood is where we're at. Where last movie I was excited for happened 5 years ago. So in the span of 5 years, nothing has excited me. It's a sad state of Hollywood. Sad state of Hollywood, man. But yes, definitely looking forward to this. It's gonna be awesome. I already know. Like I said, because Ryan's in charge of it. This is a project. This is a baby, and like I said, and I'm really, really curious to see, like I said, how he folds into the MCU, man. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing who pops up. But yeah, as this goes up, we are 1 week away from this movie debuting. So, guys, let us know in the comments. Are you looking forward to this film? Um, which Deadpool movie you like better? And is he your favorite mutant? Let us know in the comments. I am Cinder, and of course, if you want, you can get in contact with me on Instagram at Cinder666. I post about this very YouTube channel. Cool shit I find on the internet and just geek news in general. So get in touch with me over there. And of course, always hit me up in the comments if you have a question, show suggestion, or just want to shoot the shit. I am always online. Throw it over to my co-host.
But I'm Jose. You can catch me at JoseCE90 on Instagram. And yeah, just let us know, what's your favorite Deadpool movie? Are you gonna watch it opening day? Or um are you excited for any specific cameos that you've heard about online? You know?
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, I definitely like to hear you guys' speculation about who's going to pop up in the film. Like I said, I heard a few names, but I'm not going to drop any names though. But I heard a few people. People like, I don't know. We'll see. Again, depends on who plays the character too. And who knows? We might get some returning people. You never know. I mean, some familiar faces. That we've seen before. But yeah, I am hyped for this movie. Can't wait. 7 days, man. Well, 8 days as we record this. So looking forward to it, man. Thank you for listening to us geek out about this awesome character. What do you call it? If you want, if you listen to the end, thank you. And if you're not subscribed already, what are you doing? Subscribe to Cinder's Playground. Like I said, we have fun over here, man. Talk about all stuff in geek culture, and what do you call it? And not only geek culture, music, horror, video games, comics, anime. We're all about that stuff on here on the playground, man. So yeah, definitely sub if you haven't already. Really helps the channel, helps me. Feel like people are listening. Because sometimes I feel like people don't listen, but I realize it's YouTube. YouTube is a big space, and I'm just a single cell organism in this big thing called YouTube. But I like to think I'm gaining a following each and every week. So even if we get one new sub each week, I'm happy with that. If one more person jumps on, then I feel like I'm doing something. something's working, you know. So yeah, subscribe to the channel, comment, like, share the video, spread the word in this playground. Like I said, and as I mentioned before, totally open to you guys' suggestions. Let me know. Instagram, comments, whatever. Get in touch with me. Let me know what you want to hear. What you want to know about, what characters you want to know about, any story arcs from comics, anime, or anything like that. Let us know. We've done 2 requests, I think, so far. Like we did the Bane, which was a subscribers request. So we did the history of Bane, and then I'm actually working on another one that another subscriber suggests. It's a tier list about a specific band. So, like I said, we do music here. I have a Slipknot tier list on here if you guys want to check that out for all my metal heads out there. But yeah, I'm working on another metal band tier list, so look forward to that in the near future. But I have rambled on long enough. I am Cinder. He is Jose, and we will talk to you guys later.
Peace out.